that we experience is. It's this information. It's not. It's our brain's understanding of the outside universe. We're never actually experiencing the physical universe. This kind of matches up with Einstein's idea that, like, if we can't sense the ether and we can't interact with the ether at all, the ether doesn't exist. We're not actually, our awareness is not actually interacting with an objective universe. We're only interacting with our brain's processing of it. So that idea that we have, that information, is the only universe we experience, which this is what we see here. It's that information. It's our imagination, and it's the sensory information that we have. That goes up to make our own personal noosphere, which is stored in that magnetic sphere around us, which is further participating in the Earth's magnetosphere. So every time we learn something, every time we imagine more, every time we get more information to add into our personal noetic sphere, it would grow larger. We would take up more information in this whole realm of the noosphere. We would expand ourselves. We would grow noetically and have our noetic body, our noetic self, be larger and stronger. Now, we can also, rather than just imagining from our own frame of reference, or taking in the sensory information that we get from around us, and interpreting that and expanding upon that, there are various means through reading. We can get information that's not immediately available to us. Also, through dreams, we travel to a place that is completely beyond our own our hylic physical frame of reference. Psychedelic drugs and theogens help us to get to a place that doesn't make sense in the noetic Cartesian graph here. Like, it's just so far removed from us. Crazy people also, schizophrenia and delusions and whatnot would also be a function of this process, which can cause us to grow so much more rapidly. We can exceed what we would be, the information we would be physically limited to, can be exceeded by these methods of allowing our mind to travel to a different place that we don't have physical access to on the in the noosphere. So we're constantly expanding, we're constantly growing, and we can, we have our hylic bodies with our own personal noosphere around it. But the more we grow and the more we understand the world around us, and the more we expand our imaginations to be able to imagine even more, the more we can personally invest ourselves and identify. Instead of identifying our imagination with just this physical body that we're experiencing, start to identify our self. It's not just this, but like the whole globe. We start understanding that this, if information is us, then all the information in the world can be us if we understand it and if we identify with it and accept it as our own. And that is this planetary awareness. We can actually be part of the planetary awareness. This is, I believe, then in the Bible when they're talking about heaven, and they're saying that being in heaven is being with God. This is us being with God, and being hell and despair is absence from God, is when we're insisting that we are us and not part of the all. This is like joining the Brahman. When you die, when you get out of the cycle of reincarnation for the Hindus, like, that's allowing your consciousness to become part of this larger consciousness, originally of the globe, and then of the entire universe. And once we can become one with the entire universe, once our awareness becomes the universal awareness, that is when we're truly with God. Also, the universe needs us to do this because perception is creation. when we were talking about subjective idealism.
That Irish fellow, that the universe that we're aware of is the only thing we experience, and it's the only thing that exists for each of us individually. Existence is perception. Existence is awareness. Cogito ergo sum, I think, therefore I am. When we can think of things, that's how they exist for us.
Again, with the Einstein, ether doesn't exist because we can't perceive it and we can't interact with it, so that's the same thing as it not existing. So, in order for the universe to exist, it has to be able to perceive itself. It has, in order to have identity, it has to be perceived by something and be understood by something. And that's why we exist. We are the universe's, we're part of the universe, and we are its organs of perception, bringing it into existence, bringing this whole entity that is everything, that is God, that is this universal awareness into existence. So it's creating us so that we can create it, kind of. And so that is why all this is occurring. That's why we travel through the noosphere and experience anything at all. So thank you very much for coming to the lecture. As I said at purchase, I'll be doing this over and over again for the rest of the day as part of your mandatory student activity fee. And now you can see that I'm also doing it in my home over and over again as part of your mandatory student activity fee. Thanks for watching. I'm Connor Kizer.
Any questions? Nope. All right, I'm going to take a short break. Probably go buy some water, and I'll be back.